throughout the winter. Sometimes in the colder months, you always want to make sure when you come down here that the water, like last winter was a pretty cold winter, and the days when the water got below 50 degrees, the fishing got hard to, to catch them. The redfish were on the whole time, but the trout, they like to stay in that, above 50-degree range for them to stay continuously to bite. But, in the wintertime, sometimes you got to not fish on the poppet cork. You want to fish on the bottom. Just throw it out there, let it hit the bottom. You just want to barely move it. I mean, because the fish are cold and they're not moving much. They're not really trying to chase a fast bait. And that's a lot of things that people do the wrong way is when they fish it on the bottom, they're trying to work it too fast like you do in the summertime. You want to throw it out there and just let it sit. And that trout might be right next to the bait. When you twitch it, he might not hit it that time. But when you move it again, boom, sometimes they'll hit it. That's one of the tricks that you got to understand about late winter fishing. Slow, 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 and then slower. Right. Yeah, that's correct. To be honest with you, this year is about the most white trout I've ever caught down here. I've been fishing in Delacroix for about 7, 8, 9 years. I opened the lodge up 5 years ago. There's the only place I fish now. But in those 5 years of me really fishing down here, I have never caught white trout like we've caught this year. And that all has to do with how much shrimp they had this year in the marsh. So now all these fish are trapped still in here. They're not going anywhere. And they got fish just everywhere. We caught fish from Grand Lake. They were catching speckled trout in Lake Leary this year. And they still are. But they're going to be here all winter long. And it should just get more intense with the numbers of fish you're catching, because I'd say 85% of the shrimp went out. So now you still got little bitty shrimp that are still stuck up in the marsh that are going to, grow a little bit more, and they're going to start funneling out with the fronts. But the fish are here to eat the shrimp. And now that the shrimp population has gotten a lot smaller, the fish are going to be way easier to catch now. One thing about Delacroix, February and March, you can catch trout. I mean, you wondered where they were the whole entire winter. But come February and March, man, fishing right there in Little Lake and Grand Lake, you can actually catch trout. I seen a guy bring two trout. One trout was like 5 3/4, and another one was 6.5 pounds right there in Alligator Pass. That was 2 winters ago. But, we got a lot of fish now in the interior marsh. There's a lot less shrimp. So the fishers only can do one thing, is get a lot better, because they're going to be, they got to eat to survive in the winter. They're hungry. And when you find them, you can keep them going on artificial, a live bait. This is us right here at Sweetwater. You want to come east down by Eterabug. You're going to cross the Twin Pipelines, which is right here. Twin Pipeline, that's about 6 miles from the marina. When you cross the Twin Pipelines, just come on down to this very first right turn right here. It's a long straight pipeline. That'll take you down into Four Horse Lake. Come down to Fishing Forks, right where it dumps into Four Horse is a good spot. You head west over here to where the Twin Pipeline meets Four Horse. Fish all up in there. You don't catch them there, just run back down here to the big body that takes you into Pato Caballo. Fish all of this left-hand bank right here. And you come on down, fish right by you right here is a great spot all up along in here. And this is where mostly everybody was catching the fish a week ago, down here in Lake Campo, down here by Dead Duck Pass. That's been a great spot.